What's going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment. I know it's been a long time since I've posted a video on the channel. I haven't disappeared or anything like that. I am still making YouTube videos, and I did want to, talk about that at the end of this video. If anyone wants to stay to the end of the video and watch that, I'll kind of explain, what's going on with me. I kind of explained it in another video, but I don't know if you may have not, seen that or not. But that's not what I want to talk about right now. Right now, I literally just moments ago came back from watching the Michigan versus Loyola basketball game, and I wanted to talk about that. I've been meaning to make videos about the Michigan basketball team. Just haven't got around to it, but I want to talk about the fact that we're going to the national championship game. Great game. I've been watching and following the team all season, but especially followed them even more deeply, once they got into the Big Ten tournament and ran the table on that, and won these past games to get into the championship game. First off, I've seen a lot of people hating on the team. A lot of them are probably Ohio State fans or Michigan State fans, whatever. But what I'm seeing, and the number one underlying thing that I'm seeing and theme that I'm seeing is that people are trying to take away from Michigan winning, saying, look who they played nobody, it's the easiest path, they're frauds, all this good stuff. And, for starters, it's a tournament, you don't get to pick who you play, they put you down, and, you just go through whoever you're supposed to go through and just keep winning. For all those people talking about, it's a fraud and blah, 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 I'm sure whoever's team that they're rooting for is not in the tournament anymore. So it's not that easy to win that many games consecutively to win a championship. So, that's the first thing. Second of all, the teams that they ended up beating are teams who beat higher ranked teams. So whether it's, Texas A&M blowing out North Carolina, which was the number 2 seed. Well, Michigan blew them out the water. So what does that say about North Carolina that they lost to Texas A&M? So, I know hindsight is 20/20. You could go back and say whatever you want to say, but what does that say about North Carolina as a team that lost to Texas A&M? Florida State that we beat, they knocked off, Gonzaga. So the 2 teams that we beat on our way to, the Final Four are teams that beat out, one of the top 2 seeds in the whole, in their bracket. We're talking about the runner-up and the national championship team from last year. So, say what you want to say about the teams that we beat to get to the national championship game, but obviously they must have been decent teams to beat out those higher-ranked teams. So, I don't want to hear this narrative about, we didn't beat anybody or anything like that. The teams that we beat obviously must have been decent or very good to knock out higher ranked teams. And if you want to say something about the higher ranked teams and say that they were a fraud, then what is the argument then? It's either one way or the other. You can't say that they didn't beat anybody, but then say that, the teams that those teams beat must have been overrated. Like, it's either one or the other. So with that said, I'm happy to see them back in the championship game. It's the second time now in 6 years. We got our hands full. It looks like, as I'm making this video right now that Villanova is rolling over Kansas. Right now they're up by 20 points, so it looks like we're going to be playing Villanova. So we have our hands, we got a lot cut out for us that we got to take care of. Hats off to the Loyola team. This was not an easy victory. I didn't think that we were going to blow these guys out the water. We really struggled in the first half. They played great defense. We played great defense. I thought that if it weren't for the offensive rebounding in the first half, we would have been down by, more points than we were. That just kind of kept us within breathing distance. And, if you look at the game as far as the box scores go, defensively we were consistent. First half we held them to 29 points. Second half we held them to 28 points. The only difference is in the second half, offensively we played better. We got better looks. The ball started to fall better for us, and the rest is history. But it was not an easy win. I felt that more than anything else, I don't know if it's a matter of fatigue or whatever the case may be, but I felt when it was crunch time that Michigan prevailed and they just kind of just folded. And it was one of those things before the game that I kind of wondered, were these guys really ready for the moment? Because a lot of these teams, they were saying in the interview that, if you win that many games in the tournament, you're just a good team. You're not a Cinderella team. And I agree with that. However, at the end of the day, a team like that, even though you're a good team, a lot of times you're just happy to be there. And I'm not going to say that that's what they were, but sometimes the moment just takes over, and it's the difference in the game. I was sitting there watching. I had gone to Taco Mac or T-Mac or whatever you want to call that place, and I was watching the game, and I was sitting there with a friend, and I didn't say it to them at the time, but I was like, I want to see how this last little, last stretch of time goes, and see whether or not these guys are going to be able to handle the pressure down the stretch. And, lo and behold, when it was crunch time, they just started turning the ball over. I think they turned it over like 5 times in a row. And that's when we made that huge run to take the lead and never relinquish it. So I think just the moment and fatigue just took over at the end of that game, and that was the difference. I have full confidence in our defense. It's just our offense it's been up and down this whole stretch of time. And it's what's kept us in games, it's what's won us games, but it's also what's kept other teams, our offense is what's kept other teams in the game. Our defense has held its own, did what it's had to do, but our offense has been kind of shaky. And it's kind of like, if we're not hitting shots, the defense is going to carry us, but it just keeps the game closer than it needs to be. And, if we have any chance of beating, Villanova, if they win, because it looks like the scores, they're slightly coming back, Kansas is, but if we're going to have any chance of beating them, it's going to be just more, it's got to be more than defense. We're not going to be able to have that advantage on offensive rebounding against them. So they're going to have to play a game like they played against Texas A&M in order to win this game. So I'm excited. Like I said, I'm the second time in 6 years that our team is going to the national championship national championship game. A lot different team this year as opposed to that time that we went with Trey Burke and Hardaway Jr. and the 3 freshmen, McGarry, Stockus, and Robinson III, and also Karis LeVert. But different team, all less, I guess you would say, star power, like, more, less of that and more overall team play, more defense. Like, the defense has been superb, you know. So I think that we can get it done. We just have to have a great game. No mistakes, no being fancy, less turnovers, and just play solid defense and just hit shots. So that's it for the video. I just wanted to break that down. Now, to get in, if you're still watching the video, thank you. As far as what's going on with me, I've just been really, really busy with work and stuff like that. And I just have not been able to make videos like I used to. You see, I'm not recording in where I normally would make my videos, and that's because right now that place is not even available for me to make the videos. So I've just been really, really busy with doing that, and a lot of times when I finish doing what I'm doing, I'm just too tired to make a video. There's lots of videos that I've been meaning to make, lots of concepts in my mind. A lot of times I'd be thinking about what to say in the video, but when it comes down to executing the video and find the time to lay down what I'm going to do, and then I have to think about, I gotta, sometimes edit the video, I just end up not doing it. So I do apologize for all the people who watch my videos. Things have kind of slowed down, and I'm going to make a concerted effort now that things are not crazy like they've been for the last 2 or 3 months to be more consistent making videos. You'll definitely be hearing from me, win or lose, on Monday. I'm going to be probably going back out and watching that game at Taco Mac again. So hopefully I'll be making a video talking about our victory and our national championship, that game. That's the goal. So I'm pretty excited about the win today, and hopefully we can keep it up one more time. So anyways, thank you for watching the video, and I'll keep you up to date as far as new things going on with me. There's actually a little bit more to the detail, but I don't want to put this in this video. Hopefully one of the next videos I'll be more in detail as far as what's going on. So anyways, thank you for watching, and have a great day, and go blue.